Hi, everybody. Dr. Red Pill here. Just thought I'd do this little video to put a few points across that just occurred to me today. I've just returned today from a city known as Bradford, where I used to live many, many years ago. I went to see a few friends. These were school friends, roughly the same age as me, sort of early 50s, 53, 54, that kind of age. We went to school together, many of us, and others were just friends. But anyway, for those of you who don't know, Bradford's a northern town in England. It's in Yorkshire, and it's an industrial town, very big in the Industrial Revolution. So, back to my story. I met these friends last night. We went out to a nice Indian restaurant. We had some nice food and drinks. The drink was flowing, the kebabs were being munched on, and everything was good. We were all having a really good time, and sort of halfway through it, it kind of occurred to me that how many more of these meetings do we have? Of course, obviously, we're not old men, not by any means, although we are getting there, and some of the people, I don't want to mention their names, certainly acted like old men, which I was quite surprised. But anyway, generally speaking, I think we are getting on now, and obviously we're at that stage of life where we're thinking, we were starting to talk about sort of pensions and retirements and stuff that we never would have mentioned, say, 10, 20 years ago. No, we would have been much more interested in, cars and going out, clubbing, this, that, and the other. But obviously you've got to make allowances. But the main point I want to make is that this kind of thing just came to me all of a sudden, like a thunderbolt hitting my head. It's like, we're not going to live forever, and these meetings that we're having now, how many more do we have? I mean, even if we don't die, basically we're just going to go. We're going to drift apart. Maybe the circumstances might change, illnesses might catch up to us. We might move away from the city. Who knows? There's a number of things that can happen. Yeah. So, what I'd like to do is I'd like to dedicate this video to those of you who are younger. And when I say younger, I'm not talking, teenager. Maybe if you're 19 to say 35, this will be very relevant to you. The thing is, live each day as it comes. You've noticed I've not said live each day like it's your last, because that's crazy. People who do that end up spending all their money, not investing, and they end up broke and they end up homeless. And, that's another video. But anyway, but live each day as that day. So, what I mean by this is that if you are, say, a 21-year-old, and I know it's going to be hard for you to appreciate because you've got no point of reference at this point in your life, but believe me, I've been there, and it's a very, very precious time. It is a very precious time. Your late teens, your early to mid 20s, they are the golden years of your life. These years are made for living to the max. You've got the power, you've got the stamina. You often haven't got the money, but that's a shame. But however, you have got the most precious thing, the time. You got the time now. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Because one thing I realized about this meeting was that some of the guys we were with, my old school friends, they didn't obviously say it directly that, we feel that we should have done more and we should have gone. But you could see it in their actions, in their eyes, if you like. You could see it, that they weren't happy with their lives. And I'm not, these guys are not poor guys, they've done well for themselves. They've got money, they've got families, they're well established. But what they did is they generally traded their careers for their youth. So what they've done is, they've like left school, gone to college, learned, studied, established themselves in business, decided not to have fun. It's a kind of the midlife kind of crisis situation, if you like. Later on, they found out that, oh my goodness, I should have done this stuff when I was younger. I should have gone on that trip. I should have bought the sports cars. And obviously, we get the midlife crisis situation happening where they're trying to recapture time that's lost. And, you and me, we all know that is not possible. But the main thing was, I realised that if you misspend your youth, if you don't go to that nightclub, if you don't go to that backpacking trip to Europe, or you don't, say, sleep in a tent or whatever, that crazy things that these young guys do, these old girls for that matter, yeah? You're going to bitterly regret it later on in life. So when you hit, say, your mid-30s, you might be married by now, you might have had a kid, you're established in your job, your career, whatever you're doing, yeah? You're going to have all the financial security that you've ever always wanted, yeah? It's all going to be there. But you're not going to have those memories. And those memories in here, they are important as the breath you are breathing. And I know at this point in time, if you're, say, a 19-year-old, you think like you're some crazy lottery winner. You can see these decades of time ahead of you, your life that you're going to live, you're going to do. But let me give you one word of warning. And this is from a man. I'm 53 now, and I am thinking about pensions and things. And believe me, I don't have many regrets in my life. I have done a lot of these crazy things, so I've got good memories. But let me tell you this much, that the days are long, but the decades are short. And 10 years can go by like that, 10 years that you think is such a long time. No. Believe me, it is not a long time. It'll get behind you like that. And you will look back and think, where the hell did those 10 years go? I can remember doing things 10, 15 years ago with colleagues at work, for a company that I work for. I won't mention the name. And I can remember them in such detail, even the conversations we had, even the color of the wallpaper. It's clear in my mind. That was 10 years ago and I didn't even realize it, Where did it go? I don't know. And it's very true, the adage that as you get older, time goes faster. Now, this is quite correct. You remember when you were a kid and a year seemed like it went on forever? Now a year can seem like a month, isn't it? It just, phew, it's gone before you know it. And it's only going to get faster, and it's faster because the mind has now adjusted to time, So I'm kind of getting off track a bit, but anyway, back to the original point. Yeah, the original point is if you are in your 20s, I'm not saying go wild, give up your job and, don't build anything for the future. No, go to college, study, build, but also make time for yourself. Do what you gotta do. Go on that clubbing trip. Go on holidays or with your friends and, your family if you've got one, Spend time. Get memories in here. Because years later, they're the only point of reference you've got. Otherwise, you'll wake up one morning like some grumpy old fart, which I'm not, I might add, but yeah, but there are, a lot of grumpy old fart. You'll wake up and say, where the hell did my life go? And that's when the midlife crisis will come. That's when you'll have these regrets and worries. Please don't be that guy or that girl for that matter, Go out there and get some good memories And, realize this time you've got is not forever. It will go by so fast. So fast. And yeah, it was good. It was good. We met our friends and, we had some good memories. We did talk a little about the past, not a lot, which I was a bit surprised at. I thought we'd talk some more. And yeah, I just wanted to say that, the point of conversation and everything we're doing now is more about what's going to happen in the future, our family things, our business things. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, when you get older, you've got to concentrate more on that. We're not going to go clubbing and we're not going to go climbing mountains now, it's that's something that time that for that is past, I reckon. But I'm not, like I said, I am not bitter personally because I've done it anyway. So yeah, so that about wraps it up, I guess. That's what I wanted to say on the video, and do understand that if you're 21 today, in 10 years' time, you're going to be 31. So I hope that's put things in perspective, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care, everybody, and have a nice evening.